All right, we're coming to you live on this beautiful, I'd say absolutely beautiful Friday afternoon here in the beautiful tri-state area. It is time for another episode of JB Podcast alongside John Giordano. We got John Giordano. John, welcome. How are you?
Good, Brenna. Very pleasant good afternoon to you. How are you today?
Very good, John. And we happen to have our first two guests on the show today. We got the great Doug Sarava from Sarava Broadcasting,
Hey
and
guys,
we
how
got
are you?
what's up, John?
What's
Doug.
up, Doug?
Welcome to the show. How are you? And we also got the former Homedale High School football player Ian Kozenko. Ian, Doug, welcome to the show. How are you guys?
Thanks for
Good to be
having me,
here.
guys.
Well, it's,
Thanks for
you know
having
what?
me.
I just have a question. How come my name ain't displayed?
Um, I probably didn't set it for that, but we could probably do that. But you're a celebrity, Doug. I think we all know who you are. Everybody, you're a popular figure out there. We all know who you are. But I'm glad I have you guys on the show today. It's a great time to talk because a lot of things are peaking up here in the worldwide of sports. We just yesterday we had the start of free agency in the NBA. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll also talk a little bit about college football. I know Ian's a big college football fanatic. He'll talk a little bit about that. And we'll also take your questions. If you send to the JB podcast at yahoo.com, I'll put it on the left-hand side so you'll see it in a little bit. So it's the JB podcast at yahoo.com. So I want to start with Ian. So college football is about 2 months away. What are your expectations going into this college football season?
Well, people say that like Alabama, Georgia, I think the next 2 years it's going to be USC and Miami. That's what everyone's going to talk about, USC and Miami. Since USC is moving to the Big Ten, everything is changing. Everything college football is changing.
After hearing that story about the USC and the UCLA moving to the Big Ten, I'm almost kind of excited because those are two powerhouse teams that bring a lot of like a lot of interest to college football. And imagine Rutgers playing UCLA in the Big Ten in a Big Ten game in California. That would be sick. That would be an awesome thing.
Huge. It's huge. Changes
It,
college
it,
football right there. Just those two teams going to the Big Ten changes college football.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's going to bring a lot. I mean, listen, college football makes a lot of revenue already. Don't get me wrong, but this is going to
Bigger,
this is
in my
going to be
opinion, it's bigger than Texas, Alabama, Texas and Oklahoma going to SEC. Because USC is LA, the Sprite Light, Spotlight. Um, they have a just as good history as Oklahoma and Texas. Probably even bigger in the pet recast couple years. So USC could it's probably in my opinion a bigger move than Texas or Oklahoma going to SEC.
totally agree with you, Ian. You couldn't be more right. I mean, these are two. These are the Big Ten and the SEC are probably the top two. One of the top. Well, top. I would say the top. I mean, what would you say your top three conferences are? Pac-12, Big Ten, and SEC.
I think Big Ten and ACC are tied now. ACC is kind of far off from them, and the Pac-12, Big 12 are going to be non-existent in the next couple of years. So, unfortunately, that's what's happening. It's going to be the Big Ten and the SEC and super conferences. Unfortunately,
Absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, I don't know what it's like, but I gotta be honest with you. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited for college football? This for some reason, I'm looking forward to college football this year more than ever. For some reason, are you guys looking forward to the season this year?
Not really. I really don't pay attention to it.
Right, Doug's. I know what Doug's looking forward to. Doug is looking forward to going back to the Prudential Center in October,
Yeah, that's what I want.
and we'll talk a little bit later about what the future is for the Devils and the Rangers, but uh, it's going to be an exciting offseason in terms of we got the we got the NBA free agency, we got college football coming up soon. We also got the NFL coming up we got players reporting for training camp in what, less than 2 months?
Yeah, just about.
I
it
mean,
should be the next couple of weeks actually.
now I got to be honest with you. This is a I know we all love the NFL. We all love the NFL, but are you guys excited for the NFL season coming up?
I am.
I got to be
I
honest
am.
with you. I'm looking forward to that game. That first game with the Bills and Rams is going to be an excellent matchup. That's
Could
going
be-
to be a fun game.
It could be a Super Bowl matchup.
We got
I got
a
special
call.
guest, Brandon.
All right. What's the name?
Hello,
of
Mr. Caller.
Hello, am I on the show?
I believe so.
All right. That's a prank call. Get rid of him.
I just want to say Brandon is a king, and Doug, he's a cool guy. And John is awesome. You guys are great. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Caller. Have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You know who it was?
I was hoping for a call with sports knowledge, but it ended up being kind of like a unuseful call.
Do you know who it was?
I had no idea. I have no idea.
Our good friend Tony.
Oh, that was Tony? I didn't even know who it was. But all I could say is keep bringing in the calls. We love hearing the calls. We love hearing the comments from everybody. So we hope to hear from you in the foreseeable future, or maybe even the show. So college football, we are 2 weeks away from college football. NFL, we are very close to also. So Ian, I know you're an Eagles fan. You're a big Eagles fan. I know you have you love the Eagles. You love. I know. I once saw you on a FaceTime. You had an Eagles poster in the back of in your room.
Yes.
You are a diehard Eagles fan. So I want to talk to you about the Eagles a little bit. What do you think the Eagles have? What's their expectations in going into this season?
My expectations win a division. That's what I think is going to happen. Their team, Howie Roseman. I have my mixed feelings about Howie Roseman, but this draft I think is probably the best draft he's put together. Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis, solid players. Traded for AJ Brown. They needed a receiver. They got all needs are filled. Now it's just a question of they won 9-8 last year. One made the playoffs when no one expected them to. Now it's
That was
can
a
they
fluke.
get over that hump in the division, beat the Cowboys, which everyone knows the Cowboys. They always choke in the last part of the season. The Giants The Giants are getting there. They had a good draft. They're getting there. The Redskins. Everyone knows the Redskins. They're not going to go Washington football team, Redskins, whatever you want to call them. They're not going to go anywhere at all. So, my opinion, just to win the division and go from there.
Win a division, but I think and I gotta say, it's going to be the Giants and the Eagles are going to. I think both teams are getting in a good. I think they're heading in a good direction. The three, John, Doug, and we're all Giant fans. So, you guys think the Giants have a chance to possibly make the playoffs this year and compete with the Eagles, maybe for a division title?
I think we could win the division.
Hope so, man. Hope so.
I have no idea because of how weak they are and this whole division is.
I listen. It's going to be a fun football season. Now, obviously, the Giants and Jets had a very good. I mean, I think they had a great draft. I think the Giants and Jets both went out. They got the guys they wanted. I think the Jets had the best player in the draft, Sauce Gardner. I think he was absolutely a great pick for them. But
You're wrong.
It's really going to come down to. It's going to come down to coaching. The coaching is going to be a big factor here.
Jets are still a last place team, Brandon.
But we'll see. Football. Anything could happen in football. We'll see what happens.
The
I
competition.
think Robert Saleh is going to win the Super Bowl. He's a good coach.
We'll see what happens. The draft is one thing, but developing these players and making them actually potential playoff Super Bowl champions is another thing. Like if you're on a level of it's hard. Sometimes it's rare to be. You hope to get a Mahomes. You hope to get a Josh Allen. You hope to get a player like that. You hope to get a guy like a Tom Brady. And I think personally, in my opinion, I think the Bills have a good shot this year in going to Super Bowl. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Bills have a chance?
Well, I think you're delusional on that one.
You're a fake fan, Brandon, just because you're dad.
But I think the Giants have a chance. And listen, the Giants are the kind of team that they go to the Super Bowl, they go to the playoffs, and they go right. They for some reason go to the Super Bowl. They're a good team when it comes to the playoffs.
And now that we're having Kayvon Thibodeau on defense, I am looking forward to that.
Only question mark, in my opinion, is Daniel Jones.
Yeah, same
You
here.
got all the
Same-
pieces. You got all the pieces. You got everybody. All the pieces. Now it's a question of step up. If he doesn't step up, they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, the
then they
same
get
thing
another
goes
quarterback.
for Barkley too.
We got another call
Goes for
coming
Barkley,
in.
goes for him because Barkley's been injured. Daniel Jones hasn't and haven't had the pieces, but now
Hello, Mr. Caller, once again.
it's the pieces, man.
Go Browns. Cleveland. 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 Cleveland.
What is he? What did he say? I didn't hear what he said. I don't think we all heard what he said.
Go Cleveland.
Wait, is that your friend?
You know who that was.
Is that Andrew Toohey?
No, that was Tony again.
Oh, that was Tony. Okay, I thought because he said Cleveland. I know you guys are planning a trip to go to Cleveland, so I thought it was him for a second.
Unfortunately, that's not happening.
Gotcha. Oh, you're not going to Cleveland?
I'm going to Oakland, remember?
That's a better choice. You're gonna have a great time in San Francisco, Oakland area.
Yep.
And Ian, you're from you lived there for a while. It's a great area.
Sacramento area.
Well, so you are a couple hours away.
2.5, 3.
And how often did you go?
To 3.5?
How often did you go to San Francisco?
A lot.
I'm sure. Yeah. Did you ever go? Did you go to Warriors games and stuff like that?
Too expensive.
Were you there when were you living there when they had like the dynasty started? Like when
Just
they
started,
had.
yeah. 2014.
Okay.
2014.
Okay.
Moved here in 2016. So yeah.
We have breaking news, Brandon.
What's the breaking news?
Rudy Gobert is going to the Timberwolves.
All right, I love that. A story breaks on the JMV podcast. Rudy
I don't
Gobert
see
is going
that.
to the Timberwolves.
It just popped up, Doug. I'll tell
Rudy
you the
Gobert goes
package.
to the Timberwolves. That is huge because he's gonna play with Towns. Those two monsters play on the that's gonna be awesome.
Towns is overrated.
Here's this package. They give up Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, Leonard Balmaro, and multiple first-round picks.
Wow, interesting. So he's done with the Jazz. So listen, I think that Jazz team was falling apart when the season ended. I mean, that Jazz team clearly won.
I don't see it.
It just
Well,
came across, Doug.
What was the source that you used that you saw it on?
I
Was
got
it
it from
Shams or Woj?
Well, this is source. Let's see where it came from. From Woj, yeah.
Oh, so if it's from Woj, it's usually a an automatic.
Yeah, Adrian Wojnarowski on Twitter said that Utah is trading Rudy Gobert to Minnesota 10 minutes ago. So
We'll see what happens. I mean, he's a very good player. I mean, he could give you. I mean, listen, he's an absolute beast. He's a great defensive player. I like Gobert a lot. Listen, I think the Timberwolves are an up and coming team. I think they're going to be a very good franchise in the next couple of years. I mean, they went to the playoffs this year and they lost to the Grizzlies. So, I think they got an up and coming for them. I mean, the Timberwolves were a team that no one really thought that they were going to be a really, competitive team.
I see it now.
Yeah, so that's a good trade. That's a good trade. Wait, who did the Jazz get in return again?
A big package.
And I got a Woj bomb also saying that Kevon Looney has agreed to a 3-year, $25.5 million deal to return to Golden State.
they got a lot of players resigned. So
I've noticed that a lot of players have resigned. Mitchell Robinson resigns with the Knicks, which I think was great for them. You had who else signed with who? You had Jokic sign a mega contract. I mean, yeah, Jokic signed with them. You had who else?
Morant,
Booker. You got a lot of players. Who?
Zach LaVine signed the deal.
Zach LaVine.
Well, you know where they're all going. Brandon, you know where they're all going to go, right?
Where?
They're gonna go have a drink and shots and a meal at the Monkey Bar.
Oh no.
I'm gonna hit you tomorrow, Brandon.
No, just hit
Yeah.
them virtually.
If not, if you don't know what the Monkey Bar is, the Monkey Bar is a very cool bar that we like to go to in this area in New Jersey.
Monkey Bar is great.
Monkey Bar is a very cool bar, and
Yeah,
now it's probably not as busy because people go down to the shore, right?
yeah, just about.
It's probably busy during the week because like I feel like like the bars on the shore usually get busy.
Yeah,
A lot of them on the weekend, I've noticed. Like, but I gotta be honest, I've been seeing footage from people. John, your cousin was at Bar A recently, and it was packed. I saw footage; it was packed.
Every Tuesday night.
It looked like a Saturday night on a Tuesday night. I mean, I guess it's it's like a Friday night it's a Friday night every night now. After COVID, I feel like that happened. Friday nights are every night now. But got a great 4th of July coming. We got a lot of sports that we're talking about. We got the NBA free agency. We got the NFL. We got college football. So I'm very excited to see. I'm glad you guys are on today because we got a lot of interesting events coming up. Now I always wonder, guys. I've been listening to radio and stuff, and a lot of people have been talking about golf. Are you guys into PGA and stuff like that?
I
not
am.
really.
You're into PGA, Ian?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm hearing people talk about because I never really followed golf. I'm hearing about Bryce, how good Bryce and DeChambeau is, Bruce Koepka.
Overrated. Bryson DeChambeau is overrated.
Now, is it true he's like a scientist or something? Like
Yeah, he
he's
is.
like, and I heard he's so jacked and he drinks like tons of protein drinks and
Yeah,
nutrition.
he's jacked, but he swings up. His drive is like 350, 370, but he can't putt.
I'm sorry about.
He's overrated.
Before we get back to that, Doug, what is Andrew's email? Because I want to send him a link because he might cop on and talk about some NBA.
I don't
Is it
even
correct?
know.
From Andrew 74.
I had no idea. I just sent it to his number.
Oh, you sent it to his number. Okay, that's perfect then. Then we don't need that. But yeah, I mean, listen, that golf is a sport now. During COVID, it really picked up. Because during COVID you were able to self-distance. You were able to play yourself and
That
stuff.
was the biggest scam in the history of the histories of the world.
What, that golf became popular during COVID?
No, that COVID.
Oh, dude, I'm so surprised. People are still complaining that COVID has taken over everything. It really, I mean, I thought COVID was over a year ago.
Now it's
No,
monkeypox.
it's been over.
It's been over since it started.
Just
It's
about.
been
Now
over.
it's monkeypox, Brandon.
It's been over since it started. Now it's this monkeypox thing, which I feel like is. Listen, it's not. I don't think it's scaring anybody as much as COVID.
No, Democrats are going to just make something else up. If not the monkeypox, corona. If not corona, it's going to be some type of bird flu, whatever bullshit they think of.
But it's always about something. It's about now. It was first COVID. Now it's this. Now it's gas prices. It's always something going on. There's
Well,
nothing.
People react to what the media tells them to react. First, it was all about Ukraine. Notice Ukraine is being talked about. First, it was vaccines. Everyone has to get a vaccine. Now we're not talking vaccines. We're not talking Ukraine. Now we're talking abortion because that's what the media and the Democrats do. Career politicians, I should say. Both sides. Divide and conquer. That's what they're doing. No one really cares about what's going on. They only care because the media tells them to. And you notice something? With Pride Month, every corporation switched back to their main logo. They don't care about that. That's just to pander to the left and pander to all those college students that are woke.
Totally agree with you, man. Listen, there's always a problem going on. I mean, it's never gonna. I just feel like when there's from now on until life is over, which is in years, there's always gonna be something that overrides another thing. Like before 2020, everything was so smooth. After that, things just started overriding each other, and things have happened year after year after year, and it's starting to get a little ridiculous already, Doug.
Yeah.
But listen, gotta enjoy. You just gotta enjoy your life as much as you can because you know we gotta. You live once. You want to do the best you can. You want to
Mm-hmm.
enjoy every aspect of life you can. Now, Doug, how was the carnival you went to?
Pretty good. I've been
It's
going
funny.
there.
I haven't been to a carnival in years, but you know what? They actually some of them are very fun. Some of
Yeah,
them are
they
very
are.
fun.
Especially when you go there to drink. That's what I basically do.
Well, it's funny when I used to go to a carnival in Marlboro near me, there never really was alcohol there. There was never any alcohol, but this one had alcohol.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where did they get the alcohol from? The Monkey Bar?
Yeah, I think they talked to the monkey bar, and the monkey bar supplies everything.
Yeah, but
You're
that's
really
all.
gonna get hit tomorrow, Brandon.
Where are you
Yeah.
guys going tomorrow?
Phillies
Oh yeah,
game.
tomorrow we're going to the Braves Phillies game. Now listen,
Phillies
I'm only
Cardinals. Brandon.
I'm only going because the tickets are $8. So
Brandon,
was
it's Phillies Cardinals.
Phillies Cardinals. I'm sorry, Phillies Cardinals. That'd be a good game. I
The
mean,
Phillies.
see Arenado, Goldschmidt,
Albert.
Albert. It'd be a fun. I guess it'll be a fun game. And the Phillies have been playing better. So
Yeah.
after Girardi left, that probably was the best thing they did all season.
Oh, firing Girardi.
I mean, I think Joe's still a great manager, but I think he didn't seem to fit into their routine.
No, he's past his prime.
Yeah, I mean, listen. At least he won a championship with the Yankees in 2009. But I'm
Well,
glad.
that was all rigged.
Absolutely, absolutely. But um, we'll see what happens. But we're hoping to get some questions from viewers. Do we have any questions yet, guys?
I don't think so. I don't have your email.
Going to ask why his wife left him.
Yeah, now it's reported by ESPN on Facebook and everything. Yeah, the Gobert. Yeah, after Woj reported it, it just blew up. So yeah, it's totally official. So they're getting who in return? Malik Beasley, Patrick. Oh, that's not a bad trade for these two teams. Jared Vanderbilt. I never heard of him. Multiple first round picks. So yeah,
Jared
I mean,
Vanderbilt's a
look,
great college basketball player.
what team? I never really heard of him. What team
He
was he
played
on?
for Memphis or he got drafted in the first round. So, but he was good.
Kyrie Irving to the Knicks.
No way.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh God.
He does it just
You know
to
what?
annoy you, Brandon.
Listen, we're at a point now where I think we did good with what we did in the free agency. I think Brunson was a good pick. Listen, I think the Knicks fans would love Durant, but they're gonna have to give up. They're gonna have to give up a good amount to get him. Now they're gonna. I think they're gonna want RJ Barrett because he's one of their best players. Now I don't want to give up RJ. What do you think, Ian? You think if the Knicks want, not that I don't think it's going to happen, but the Knicks offered a trade to the Nets for Durant, you think the Knicks would have to give up
The
RJ?
only possible way the Knicks get Durant is they have to. If they don't want to keep RJ, you have to get rid of Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin, all these players, and probably multiple first round picks. Which, well, for first round picks, they never use, so it doesn't matter to them. So, but Durant and RJ would be probably a very good duo. I like to say that.
I sent it to his email, Doug, so he might be on any minute to watch to talk about NBA and stuff. Yeah, but listen, the Knicks. I think I'm not. Am I? Are we concerned about the Knicks a little? Maybe a little bit, but I think we're heading in the right direction in terms of what we got yesterday and what we signed today with Mitchell Robinson. Do I think the Knicks need another guy? Yes, I do. I think
They
they
need
need
another
one.
guard. They need a ball distributor. A guy
And
who
Ian, I
can
agree
literally
with
go
you.
out and give them 10 assists a game. That's what they need. They have plenty of shooters. They have plenty of rebounding defense. They need a ball distributor. That's it.
You're
That's all
100%
they
right
need.
about. I remember we were talking the other day. We were talking about Johnny Davis. Now I think he would have been great for this team.
Oh, he would have been perfect.
Perfect guy to have on this team.
Johnny Davis was Wisconsin basketball last year. Without him, Wisconsin sucked. With Johnny Davis, they were Final Four team.
Ian. You couldn't be more right. I mean, I wanted Johnny Davis the minute we started that draft. Johnny Davis was the guy that I thought would fit perfectly with the chemistry with this team. I thought he would have fit perfectly with the players around him. I thought he would have worked well with guys like Emmanuel Quickly, and Derrick Rose. But once again, the Knicks screw up in the draft, and they pretty much got nothing. I mean,
They did
but
get
you know what?
nothing.
They did absolutely nothing. I mean, here's my problem with the Knicks, and I'm not going to knock them because they did spend some money on Brunson and Robinson. The problem with the Knicks is they had money in the past, and they just didn't use it on the right stuff. They had to give it to money. They had to give it to like veterans on 1-year deals, and look at that. It ended up being the
Well,
only
like
guy.
Tosh Gibson. Tosh Gibson was out of his prime. They gave him like a 1 year, $11 million.
Taj Gibson's the one guy who I love still. I think Taj Gibson brings a lot to this team. I think he brings grit. I think he brings tenacity. I think he brings everything that the Knicks want. Plus, he works well with Tom Thibodeau. I think him and the Thibodeau Gibson relationship is perfect. I think that's a great relationship those two have, and Derrick Rose too.
Derrick Rose a little past his prime, but it's okay. He's not
Past
that
his
bad.
prime, yeah, I agree with you. But I could see Rose with the Knicks maybe for another year or two. Just try to get him in the playoffs, get to the playoffs in one more time. And if it doesn't work out, then I'm sure a lot of teams will want him. If not, then he'll just retire. And, again, that injury in 2010 with the ACL?
2012, I think. 2012,
2012.
2013.
That was a absolute bust because that team was first place in the conference, and then they lost to the 76ers in the first round. That was a scary thing for the Bulls. If Rose stayed healthy, I think they would have went to the second round. But Rose it took him a while to get back to his prime. It really did. And he looked good after, COVID, like 2020, 2021. That was a good return for Derrick. That was a great season for Derrick Rose. But we'll see what happens. I mean, the Knicks still have a lot of rebuilding to do. I think they have a lot to look forward to in terms of their future.
Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks.
Thanks, Doug. I appreciate it.
You love
That's
getting
the guy
him
he
in
needs.
the
That would.
I would love that. Listen, Donovan Mitchell would be awesome. But I know Doug's just busting our chops.
He loves annoying you, Brandon.
You're rocking the Randy Arozarena shirt.
Yeah, MVP. Baby.
I like him. He's a good
MVP.
player.
Brandon, I have something very important to tell you.
What?
Happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Oh yeah, happy Bobby Bonilla
Happy
Day.
Bobby
He gets paid
Bonilla
today.
Day. I don't really know anything about the Bobby Bonilla story. So what happened? They just offered him a major contract, and he retired, and they're paying the rest of his contract.
No, they bought him out.
When they had the Bernie Madoff scheme.
Okay, that's the Madoff scheme that ruined that. That's the reason they're paying him off.
So what do they owe him, Doug? Like 1.19 for the next 13 years?
No, they bought him out. Just like the Islanders will be paying Rick DiPietro until 2028.
The Nationals owe Max Scherzer $15 million for the next 7 years.
I'm not concerned about that. Steve Cohen's got all the money in the world.
Yeah. It's
Steve
ridiculous,
Cohen-
all these deferments.
Absolutely. But two good teams in New York, man. The Yankees and the Mets, man. We haven't had that in a while where the teams have been both dominant in the first half of the season for a long time.
Yankees have been a fluke. Let's be real.
A fluke.
Yeah, I should respect
Really.
both of them around.
Yes, Yankees have been a fluke.
A fluke. Explain to me how we have 56 wins.
Easy, lucky wins.
Lucky wins. We beat the Rays a lot of times.
Yeah, that was the luck.
Luck.
Doug, can you remind Brandon what happened last Saturday when me and him were there?
Oh yeah, how was that no hitter?
Oh God. Listen, it was cool seeing a no hitter. Don't get me wrong.
Does it count, though, Brandon?
But seeing it come from the Astros against the Yankees, and that's the second, and the last time I think somebody no hit the Yankees was the Astros at Yankee
Yep,
Stadium.
yeah, I agree.
It's just an absolute. I mean, listen, it was cool seeing it, but let's be real. Do we really want to see the Astros pitch a no hitter inside Yankee Stadium?
Yes.
Anytime it's against the Yankees, it's great.
I like this. I now we're starting to get into a little heated tension here between our teams. I like this.
No one likes
Scherzer's
Yankees
going to
win.
return on Tuesday.
What?
Max Scherzer is supposed to return on Tuesday, he announced this afternoon. Against the worst team in the National League,
The worst team in the National League.
the Cincinnati Reds. And Chris Bassett.
I got it. We got a comment from Andrew Brim. What was it? A perfect game? Wasn't a perfect game.
Combined no hitter.
It was a combined no hitter. But it was interesting, you know, how the Yankees had the best record in the league and they get no hit by a team like that. That's the team that's going to be hard to beat is the Astros.
You have
I'm very-
to go through Houston.
After seeing last night about the Yankees losing 2-1, I was really concerned that the Yankees are going to have a tough time against this team in the playoffs if they play them. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're just going to discuss some more stuff about sports and, you know, our lives.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And it's once again, this podcast has been brought to you by our good friends at Saravo Broadcasting. You can listen to Saravo Broadcasting anywhere on any podcast app such as Apple Podcast and Spotify.
What's this? The Doug Sarabo show? I was the first
Yeah.
one on.
I purposely did this. This way they see you first.
Good job, Brandon.
So welcome back to the JMB podcast, which is again brought to you by our good friends at Saravo Broadcasting, where you could listen to any podcast on the Apple Podcast and Spotify apps. So guys, we're having a nice conversation about our, sports going on, in the next couple of months. We got the NBA free agency going. What else are we missing? So we got the Subway Series in a few weeks, guys. Are you excited for that?
Hell yeah, I am.
Yep.
It's gonna be
because
fun.
You're a big fan, Brandon.
Oh yeah, I'm a fake Yankee fan. I'm a fake Met fan. I'm a fake everything. Okay,
Big Rangers.
I'm a fake Monkey Bar fan.
Big Devil fan. Big Ranger. Big Islander. Big Nick.
Yeah,
Speaking of the Monkey Bar, Brandon, how's it been? You been there before?
I've been there once with Andrew, and it was fun. But you know what? I only went once when it was like when they had the COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
It was just like the regular restaurant, it wasn't, I didn't go, like I heard like it gets busy, like where people are standing like at the bar and stuff. I haven't been there when it's packed. No.
John, you go to the Monkey Bar?
What was that, Doug?
Do you go to the Monkey Bar?
Nope, but Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.
Have you been to the Monkey Bar, Ian?
Nope. I haven't been to
Have you
yet.
Have you been to South Amboy to go to the bars there?
I haven't been to go to the bars there.
South Amboy is a town I never thought of as like a place I would hang out, but it actually is kind of a cool little town. They got a lot of cool stuff there. You got like these cool bars, these cool restaurants. Doug, you go to Scorantino's here and there.
Danny
It's a cool
Boy's
place.
shut down.
Yes. We're not going to mention why it's shut down, but yes, they're shut down.
Yeah, they're closed.
Very upsetting. Very upsetting. But a lot of cool little, and if you know South Amboy, if the fans that are listening, if you don't know South Amboy, it's a town but not far from Staten Island. It's right over the bridge. It's close to Staten Island.
Who's that yelling in the background?
Tony's
There's
wife.
a bird. There's a
it's a
bird
bird.
out here, Doug.
Oh, all right. I was wondering what was going on.
Doug, we should bring. One day I want to have Dougie and Espo on the show.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Bring the cast of Dougie and Espo on the show. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Now, obviously, John and I are new to this. We haven't done this a lot, but what we're gonna try and do is, obviously, you could tell with the commercial. Yeah, I didn't really make. I don't have a lot of commercials for this podcast, but I'm gonna work on it for the next one. I'm gonna try and make some more commercials and stuff. But I don't really have a lot of commercials. I only have one. So when we did the draft video, when we did the draft show, I made a trailer for the NBA draft show. So I did that, but I haven't made anything since. But I like to make some more trailers. But thanks to you, Doug, I learned about iMovie. iMovie is actually a cool thing.
Nice, good, happy for you.
Interesting stuff, and I'm a guy that's not really that technical. I'm kind of old school, kind of, so I don't really, know that much about everything in technology, but I'm starting to learn. Everybody's got to learn it, man. It's the way of life now.
Yeah. That's good.
That face, Doug.
That's me.
What about that guy who photobombed you at that game?
It's funny. It's funny. I had two people photobomb me. One at that game and one at the Yankee game. A guy from Holland was the one who a guy from Holland photobombed me. And I always want to go to Holland. Holland is a cool country to go to.
Why don't you go right now, Brandon?
Let's go right now. Everything, the international.
Andrew said, "Don't forget Club 35."
Yes. Tell Andrew to come on the show. We'll talk some stuff with him. Be cool. Bring him on. I'm getting a call from Levittown, Pennsylvania. I don't think I should answer that. Unless it's a call. Yeah. Now, Doug, with your with your Dougie and Espo show, you're on Spotify, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So, you know how you do the show and you have the countdown with the StreamYard video?
Yeah.
Can you get rid of that for this when you put the podcast on the podcast applications? Can you get rid of the countdown, or you have to put a commercial over it? This way they don't hear the countdown. Because when I put the podcast on Spotify, it seems like they heard the countdown, like dun 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 dun. They heard that. Like I did was
You could edit it on Anchor.
see, this guy is a genius. And if you don't know anything about Doug, I mean, a lot of you do. Doug went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and he is an absolute genius when it comes down to this stuff.
Yeah, you could edit it. I'll show you how to edit the videos.
Yeah, one day you'll show me when I see you next time. You'll show me how to do it. But that'd be cool.
Yeah, well, you're gonna start your internship soon, right? At Star Broadcasting.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it soon. Yeah, it's a regularly licensed internship that I'm really looking forward to being a part of.
You're funny.
And he's gonna get fired again because of Madison, right?
Oh God.
Nah, he won't get fired.
I'm actually hoping I'm getting a call from Andrew. Andrew from Monroe. What's up, Andrew?
Nothing much.
Andrew, I told you, come on the show.
Alright.
Hop on. We'll talk about NBA and we'll talk about, if you want, politics a little bit.
Send me the link.
BramAndrew74 at Gmail, right?
Yeah.
I sent it to you.
Oh.
Later. All right, Andrew's coming on, so we'll talk a little bit with Andrew.
Doug, you know what we have to mention when he comes on, right? Adriana James.
Oh, her? His girl?
Yeah.
All I could say is, I like this kind of show better. I mean, I like doing the show with John, but I feel like when I do it with John, it's more of like a scripted kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I like when there's a lot of people on here. This way we could have a conversation,
May we
Yeah.
get weekly guests, Brandon?
I'm getting a call. Madison from Freehold, New Jersey. What's up, Madison?
Hi. I was just calling because I live down the street from you. And you're
All right, that was a prank call. Listen, you got
It
a lot of.
was.
Listen, unfortunately, you got a lot of people who just, like to fool around and have a good time. And listen, that's okay. That's okay. Prank calls. Listen, part of being in the podcast industry is getting prank calls.
Yeah, it is. Think about Mike Francesca.
Yeah, Mike Francesa gets them all the time, and listen, I love when he gets those prank calls because he literally goes off on them about it, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I love Mike. Have you guys listened to Mike's new podcast?
No, I'm not really a big Mike guy.
Really?
Mhm.
Mike is all. So who do you like? Who's your favorite?
Boomer,
WFN?
Gio, Craig, Evan.
Evan's awesome. I love Evan. Evan is great. Evan actually turned out to be one of the best guys in like one of my favorites in podcasts because he speaks to his heart. Like
Yeah.
he speaks, he's passionate about. There he is, El Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew,
Oh my God, Andrew, how are you?
Good.
Andrew,
What's
so
up,
what-
Andrew?
Oh, Andrew, you got the echo going on now because of your mic.
Hey.
So what's going on, Andrew?
Oh God, this is bad.
Why-
That's great.
It's echoing because of Andrew. This happened with my show last time.
Good job, Andrew.
Thank you.
So Andrew, so it's a time waiting for it. Life weekend.
All right, you guys get this off. I don't want to hear that on my ear.
There you go.
How do you
Yeah.
Can
sound?
you hear me?
Hello?
Okay, now. Hello.
Andrew,
Yeah,
try
I'm
restarting this because I hear echoes now because of you.
All right, we're dealing with some technical difficulties with the James.
Andrew,
podcast.
restart your thing.
All right, hold on.
It's entertaining.
You got,
It's always
you know,
with Andrew where there's echoes.
Doug. You know Andrew. You've known Andrew your whole life. I know him for a few years. He's a funny guy, man. He really is a funny guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He makes people laugh like no tomorrow. Like he literally makes people laugh until they piss their pants. I mean, he makes people crack the heck up.
Yeah, I know.
Just see the humor, the Charlie Sheen name. I love
Hello?
that.
I still hear echo, Andrew.
You gotta live with it.
All right, we'll live with it.
No, that's why people don't watch.
Yeah,
Um,
you're
Nobody
very
was
on.
watching except me and one other guy earlier.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to hear it.
Ugh. Want me to call then?
No, you can stay on. It's fine. I'll deal with it. Wait, could the viewers hear the echo?
Yeah, because I hear it.
Can you hear it?
I
I'm
hear
getting
it.
Way
Mickey
to go,
in
Andrew.
Monroe.
You ruined it.
Okay, I can't speak to the caller because I hear the echo.
All right, no, I'll hop off and I'll call.
No,
Wait,
stay on. I think try and log on from your phone. Are you using a computer? Yeah, maybe.
He's worse than when Tony's wife left him.
Oh God. But yeah, we're getting calls. We're actually getting calls now as the show goes on. Yeah, we just got another call.
Who?
Miki in Monroe. What's up, Miki?
Hello.
Another prank call.
I hear Tony's wife's gonna call you in the
All right,
next
I'm
round.
back.
Can
Hello?
you hear us, Andrew? That's better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's better,
okay.
Andrew. All right, cool.
Better. So what's going on, Andrew? Welcome to the show. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. Just had some Colombian cordon cakes.
Colombian corn cakes.
Yeah, griddle cakes. They taste like funnel cakes, bro.
Interesting. Sounds pretty good. So Andrew, we're gonna what's your thoughts on NBA? I mean, you're an NBA guy. What's your thoughts on the free agent signings we've had so far?
Dude, I feel like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving leaving the Nets, I feel as if it's a bad decision, and I feel like the Nets are going to go downhill from here, and that's really it. 'Cause
Andrew,
I've
how's
been
your-
really paying attention more to my Nets.
How's your Bumble life?
Oh, dude,
No,
I
I'm
haven't
asking-
even used it. I
I'm
haven't
asking
even
a
used
serious
it.
question. I'm not trying to fuck with you. I want to know.
I haven't even used it.
You have
Oh,
Bumble?
Yeah, I was setting it up, but then I
Yeah,
stopped.
dude. Bumble I hate Bumble because here's the problem with Bumble. The girl has to message you first. That's the
Yeah.
problem. See with Match, the good thing about using I recommend Match. Match is good because you can message the girl first and she'll get back to you.
Yeah.
If she so here's I think this is I don't know if this is how it works. If the girl messages you back, it's a good match, and if it's not, that means you got to message the next girl.
Yeah, facts. Who rang the doorbell?
I didn't hear a doorbell.
This is actually turning into a comedy show.
Uh-huh.
But guys,
Andrew, is that your house?
I wish, but it's not.
Well, I didn't hear one.
It must be coming from John or Ian's place.
but
I'm
we
Alright,
got
sitting
here we go.
outside. Nobody's at my door, so.
an
No one at my door, so.
exciting 4th of July weekend coming up. Now it's going to be an interesting 4th of July weekend. I think it's going to be, last year we had a great 4th of July weekend in terms of, the crowd at the shore and stuff. But this year I
Andrew,
think it's
why
going to
are you
be a
letting your
lot more
doorbell
crowded.
ring?
What?
That wasn't your door?
No. It wasn't my door.
Brandon, bad news. The odds are most likely going to build around Mitchell now that they.
All right,
created
you know
the-
what? That's good. Listen, but Mitchell's got to be wanting to stay there. Does he want to stay in Utah?
Well, didn't
Probably
one
not
of them
now
want
that
out?
Gobert's gone.
So, right. So if Gobert wants out, then I'm sorry. If Mitchell wants out, how are the Jazz going to? They got to then just control him. They got to just tell him. They just got to tell him to stay.
Why am I getting a call from a Lucy Waldman
Tony.
in Cranford? What do you think? Should I answer it?
Yeah.
It's probably a prank call, but just answer it.
Probably Tony.
Dear customer, this call is we'd like to discuss your monthly spectrum bill.
Spectrum.
Who cares?
See, because Brandon, you got to think.
Hey, Brandon, I think you're going to get another prank call.
Someone's phone's ringing?
Whose phone is ringing?
Not mine.
Because,
Not
Brandon,
mine.
you got to think about it this way. Does Donovan Mitchell want to be part of a rebuild?
No, he wants out. He's gonna want out.
He wants out 100%. Brian Geltzeiler of Sirius NBA Insider, who I love, I think he's a great guy on podcasting, clearly said Mitchell at the end of the season wants out, and everybody started saying he wants out. Everybody, people, the way he looked in the playoffs, he wants out. He wants out. He wants out, and I think he wants to come somewhere where the team is rebuilding. Like, I think he could be good in New York. I think he'd be great with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like we've said on every
And
show.
dude, the Knicks
Brandon.
need that, bro, because they haven't
Brunson-
The Knicks are a disaster, for all I could say.
Same
Nick-
thing with the Brooklyn Nets, bro. They're
Yeah, the
horrible,
Nets are going
too.
down the tubes.
See, the
with
Nets-
Nash in charge,
the Nets are a
especially, bro.
disaster.
Holy shit!
The Knicks are worse of a disaster, Brandon.
Seems like the New York team.
No, I think the Nets are worse. Of a
I
disaster,
disagree. I
but-
think the Nets
Yeah,
are
to
more of a
lose
disaster.
Kyrie and to lose KD, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
And then
dude.
plus, you have no,
star
you have
players
no
on the
first round
team.
draft picks to like 2026 or something. Ugh.
But I gotta say, the Knicks have at least something they've tried. They're trying everything they could do, but now it comes down to will it work under the Leon Rose regime?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're trying. Wait, Leon Rose?
Leon Rose
People are
regime.
putting sound effects.
He's a GM?
Yes.
I hear it.
Yeah, they're trying
You're
to
right.
build a team.
Wait, who's putting sound effects? I'm not doing it. Who's
I'm not
doing
doing
sound
anything.
effects? It's definitely John.
No, Brandon.
Cause I see you laughing, John.
I always laugh, especially at you.
All right. Well,
They'll
Well,
don't
I-
stop laughter and fun
Well,
time.
the audio got screwed up once Andrew came on.
Maybe it is Andrew who's doing it.
No, Andrew can't even speak.
so Andrew, since you're on the show, I want to ask you something. How do you? So, what do you think? You think the clubs are going to be the Shore is going to be packed on Sunday? He left.
Yep.
It sounds like I feel like we're in an office building or something.
I think Andrew's phone was like, I don't know how to say it.
All right. Next time, Andrew will be better prepared for the show. Yeah. But Andrew, once again, he makes us all laugh. He makes us all laugh.
Not more than
I'm
Doug does.
sorry. We got to go to a quick commercial break because I'm laughing up a storm here. And then we'll come back and then we'll wrap it up. All right, we're back here on the JMB podcast alongside Doug Saravo from Saravo Broadcasting, Ian Kazenko, John Giordano, and myself, Brandon Short. Who's calling?
All right, Andrew, I have you connected to my phone. You're on the show.
All right, perfect. Just
All right.
keep it like that.
Okay, I'm listening.
But I think
Hello.
this is gonna. Andrew, you're funny, man. So Andrew, what I was asking you about
Hello.
before, does he not hear me? Andrew?
Andrew, do you hear us?
Yeah, no. Well, now I do.
I mean, I'm trying to get you on the show.
Why make a mess of this, Brandon?
Don't worry about it. I'll just call in.
Yeah, call Brandon's phone. Call in.
Actually, Doug,
All
could he call your phone because you got the thing that connects to the phone.
No, that's what I have now, but he says he can't hear us.
All right, here we go, Andrew. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Alright, sorry about that.
Listen, it's totally okay. We understand the life of technical difficulties. It happens. Don't get me wrong. It's all good. So what I was asking you before is you're a big Jersey Shore guy. Are you excited for this weekend at the Jersey Shore?
Very much so. Been working a lot, and then I just need to change the scenery up, bro. I just want to see, excitement, joy. I mean, I'm not saying work isn't exciting. I mean, work is pretty good, but I gotta switch it up, And I like going to the shore because it's, now it's summertime. It's hot outside. Everyone's hitting the waves, hitting the pools, and then at the clubs, you see a lot of people our age walking around, especially girls,
Do you guys hear the call? You guys hear it? Oh, because I don't know if I had
I
to
hear
put it close. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Andrew. I just want to make sure the people were hearing
yeah,
call.
So the girls, obviously, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, the scenery at the Jersey Shore is magnificent. And I got to say, they think Florida is a great place to live in the summer. That's a great place to live in the summer. But Jersey, man, has turned out to be an awesome place to live during the summer. I mean, the market in terms of Jersey Shore housing has been amazing. I mean, people are flocking to the beach. They want to live at the beach and stuff. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing with the market going, in terms of the Jersey Shore, housing is people are flocking like crazy now because you could get a good deal on a house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling the show.
Florida's still better, though. Florida's still better, but I mean, there are things that Jersey's better for.
Yeah, you see how I think of it is, Florida is good when it's cold here. Like to me, I never go. You've been to Florida in August. I'd never go to Florida in August or July.
Yeah, I've been there. I went to visit cousins years ago, and and I went to Disney as well. And it was smoking hot.
And it was smoking. Who is making those alarms? All right, Andrew, thank you for the call. We'll talk to you later.
No, that was I was gonna take a nap today. That was my alarm.
I'm getting looked at by the old people, Brandon. Thanks.
What was that?
The old people are staring at me as they drive by.
No, Brandon, that was me. My alarm went off. I was gonna take a nap today on my way home from work, but I didn't.
It's all good, man. Listen, this has been a good show. I mean, and it's not just about sports. I think we're going to, I always thought that, sports, politics and stuff don't mix. But, I kind of like the conversation we're having in terms of, the political stuff we're having, the calls we're getting. I like talking about different things, not just about sports all the time, but this could be a podcast that we could talk about everything, about interest, about hobbies, about anything you like to talk about. Even, I'm even thinking about starting a segment soon where we talk about our favorite sports movies, favorite maybe history movies, and we could talk about, which movie was the best and stuff. And listen, I'm itching, and have you guys seen the movie Rudy?
Oh yeah.
Who hasn't?
I haven't.
What?
You haven't?
I've never seen.
What world do we live in, Brandon? We haven't seen Rudy.
I have never seen Rudy. I know this. I've read about the story of Rudy. I've
Well-
never seen. I've never seen the movie. I've never seen the movie. I'd love to see the movie someday.
Well,
He
before
lived
we,
under a rock for the last
Brandon,
10 years.
before we go, I would like to say a few words.
Go for it.
Hold on, there we go. I really enjoyed being part of this podcast.
Well,
You
thank
know,
you.
if-
Doug.
You know, if we look at the work that we have been doing here at Survivor Broadcasting, this is work that a lot of people said couldn't have been done before. And the fact that we are expanding to the JMB podcast, it's going to be great. So I'm looking forward
Doug,
to being on another episode.
I love this. I love this partnership we have, and I'm glad Ian hopped on the show today. And Ian, if you know any guests that want to be on the show, talk about sports, Doug, John, love to have as much people on the show as possible. The fans want to hear everybody's voice, not just mine and John. We want to hear everybody's voice. We want to hear, because there's a lot of people out there who love sports, and the podcast industry is about hearing other voices now. And we want to hear every voice out there. Every voice deserves a chance on the air. Every voice deserves a chance to be heard by everybody out there. So if you know anybody that wants to be on the show about any, that want to, that don't want to talk about anything on the air and stuff, please join our shows, Sarava Broadcasting, JB Podcast, because we have a very tight partnership now. We feel like we're collaborating, we're coming up with different ideas, and I like this partnership. This has turned out to be a very good partnership, Doug.
Well, someone wants to say something quick, Brandon.
Go for it.
All right. I'm Doug Serravo. I talk sports, politics, and faith. This is the Doug Serravo Show. There you go.
Tony, come to your house.
That was the beginning of the Doug. That was like the beginning of the Doug. Wasn't that the beginning of the Doug Serravo
Yeah,
era?
that was the beginning.
And that was look how much. And I just want to say a few words before we go. Look how much advanced you went from that video to the StreamYard service to making the movies. The intro for the Sarava Broadcasting. There has been a lot of improvement on your side, which is making people want to learn from you. Like I learned from you. We're all learning from you, which is great. And that's what the podcast industry is about, is we're learning from each other. We need to, because we're a team, we're all a community, and we need to learn from each other in this day and age. And we try to learn and become something in the future of in the future of our lives. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but I love the Dougie and Espo show. I think that's a great show, and I'm looking forward to seeing it on, was it Wednesday nights?
Yeah, Wednesday. We're probably going to do it next week, maybe around 4 o'clock, because we might be going to Philly for the national game, me and Kyle.
Interesting. Okay. So you're going to do it. All right. Well, good. And
Yeah, maybe 4 o'clock.
yeah, you should definitely. It's a great show. Keep it up. I love the work you guys do. I love the call-ins. I loved even the prank call was funny that you got with the radio. You got a prank call.
we got 2.
Really? Well,
Last
listen.
week-
It makes the
Last
show.
week and the week before.
It makes the show funny. You got to have a little. It's good to have a couple of quirky things on the show here and there. But I got to say, I like the show today. I'm hoping to have this up on Spotify as soon as Doug teaches me how to bypass the countdown, so I don't have the countdown heard on the podcast app.
Yeah.
Good job, Brandon.
Ian, thank you for joining the show, man. It was a pleasure seeing you. And
All right. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it.
before we go, Ian, I hope you have a great trip to Australia. Australia is a place that we've all wanted to go to, man. And you have the honor of going, man. And I hope you have the time of your life, man. And
Should be a great time. Should be a great time.
Take some pictures with some zebras. Take some pictures with the Sydney Opera House. Please send us pictures, man. And we'd love to see them when you come back, man. So thank you for joining the show, John. As always, thank you for being a great co-host.
Yep,
Thank you,
shout out to
Ian.
my friend Kevin's.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Brandon. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Guys,
Bye,
great
guys.
show. Good talking to you. Have a great one. And this has been another episode of the J&B Podcast. So everyone have a great day. Have a good 4th of July.
Have fun, Ian.